What's up, Angels? This is Entertainment Angel here. Netflix's Avatar: The Last Airbender just finally released a few days ago. I just finished it, so I'm here to give you my overall thoughts and how it compares to the TV show. I'll give a brief background of my of of me and Avatar: The Last Airbender, the series. If you've watched my channel, you will know I'm a big fan of the animated series from 2005 through 2008. I thought Korra was overall decent. I haven't seen the 2010 movie, even though I heard it's awful. And I have seen some clips, it looks terrible. And based on the clips I've seen of the 2010 movie, it seems that this version, the Netflix one, is definitely better. That being said, that's not saying much. This show overall is a mixed bag. It has some really good parts, but it has definitely some weaknesses. And this show did not live up to the animated series at all. The animated series is much better than this version. But let's get into this and talk about what worked for me and what didn't work for me. I would say what worked for me was overall the bending was great, especially the fire bending and the earth bending. It didn't take five earth benders to move a tiny little pedal, so that's good. I did like that. The visuals are great. The set designs, I do understand that a lot of it was CGI. The sets, it had to be green screen, but still, it looked beautiful. Visually, it looked like the anime series was coming to life. So that part I did like. Overall, I really liked the first episode, and I did like in this version that they did show the genocide that happened with the air nomads when Fire Lord Sozin just decided to wipe out the air nomads. How did I feel about Fire Lord Sozin coming into one of the air temples to wipe out Monkey Atso? It did seem a little too convenient. I understand in the anime series, Fire Lord Ozai just used the comet to wipe out the Earth Kingdom, but he was using the airship to just wipe out everything. It seems like Fire Lord Sozin just went to an air nomad, an air temple, and just wiped out and just joined in on the attack. If he was going through the skies to wipe out the air nomads, that would be one thing. And then he's the one who had to take out Monkey Atso and overall did an Order 66. I don't think he needed to be there. I think he should have just been in the Fire Nation commanding the orders. But that part is just a minor nitpick. But overall, I did like that they added that in. They do add more things, which we're going to talk about a bit later. I did like Zuko's character in this version, and Iroh's, both Zuko and Iroh's character. From from this version, it seems like neither of them are anywhere near as good as the anime series. But this one was overall, their version was overall pretty good. So So yes, episode one was great. The visuals, the bending, the special effects. It seems like from from a technical standpoint, it seems like they were trying to respect the source material. But from the writing perspective, we're gonna get to that in a moment. But yeah, these are the things that I like from the show. Let's go with the things that I did not like from this show. I would say what I did not like was the writing. The expedition wasn't very good. It's the was the expedition. This show is mainly tell. They treat their expedition so much to the point where they feel like we're stupid. And this is supposed to be a more mature version of the series than the original cartoon. One of the things I don't like a scene was when Gran was narrating the title. It seemed very fan service and expedition. It didn't. I would have preferred if she didn't do that. That could have just been in the intro and leave it at that. Whether they were allowed to do that or not, I'm not 100% sure. I did say I like seeing Sozin's comment in this show, but in the but other than that, I think the background was really uncalled for. The background of who the characters are and how they came to be, especially from the Fire Nation, because it's taking out the mystery of the Fire Nation and not just the Fire Nation, but the world itself. And I didn't really like that. Um, it did, and another problem it had is that this show did seem very rushed. I mean, for example, in the original TV show, Aang was supposed to master waterbending at the end of the series, and they were focusing on. I'm gonna get to the visions in a moment, but they were more focused on getting to the north to warn about the Fire Nation, instead of Aang trying to learn all four elements. Obviously, he's not supposed to learn Earth and Fire until the next two seasons, but he's supposed to be mastering waterbending, and why they didn't even start with that makes no sense to me. But that's whatever. Another thing was in episode two when we get to see Avatar Kyoshi, the design looked great, but she's the one who warned Aang about that something bad is going to happen during the 100-Year War. It's more supposed to be Avatar Roku, because Avatar Roku is connected to Fire Lord Sozin. Which we find out much later. This is Avatar Roku's is Aang's predecessor. He should be the one to help him with the war, not Kyoshi. To an extent, not not Korok, not any other avatars that came before them. But but that's just what I think. But that's just what I think. And also, I want to talk about Avatar Roku. So, when we do get to see Avatar Roku to help with Face Stealer Co, it was actually very stupid. Avatar Roku is not supposed to be the jokey type. He is calm and he is kind, and he is there to help Aang. And then when he says, "Oh, I'm here to help with anything," oh, oh, not, oh, but not Ko. I'm not helping with you with Ko. I don't want to do that. It's geez, why do you have to do this? That was so bad. It's like your Avatar Roku in the original series. Avatar Roku was the reason why Aang heard about Ko when he needed Ko's help. When Aang needed Ko's help to to help fight off against the Fire Nation when they decided to invade the Northern Water Tribe. Here, it just seemed very stupid. But I would say when we get to the spirit world, it is more intense than it is in the original series. More in the scenery. I mean, that change I was okay with. And I did like to see the spirit. And I did enjoy seeing the spirits. The thing is, I did not like how they portrayed Azula in this TV series. Azula is cold hearted, manipulative, very arrogant. She does not lose her cool until the end of Book 3 of Avatar The Last Airbender because she was losing control. When Mei and Tai Li said, "No, we're not going to help you anymore," She lost control because she realized she can't always stay in control. She's losing control over herself, and now she's getting jealous of Zuko. But here it comes off as now she is jealous of Zuko. She's the one that's pulling the strings of General Zhao. General Zhao is supposed to be an ambitious Fire Nation soldier, and it seemed like it was Azula pulling the strings the entire time. And towards the end, when Zhao revealed that to Zuko, and Zuko started screaming and crying, what I didn't like about that was was it seems like Zuko was shocked that Azula would do something like that. When Azula is so supposed to, I don't know how it's going to be portrayed in Netflix, but what we see is Azula is someone that would definitely do that to Zuko. She would do anything to get ahead. But here it just seemed like it was more out of desperation. She was to find her father. She may be arrogant. She may be a horrible person, very cruel, but she wanted her father's approval just as much as Zuko did. And they, and I didn't like that part. It was taken away from her character. But we shall see if they continue on with the next if they continue on with this version of Avatar The Last Airbender. Um Overall, I would say that this show is a mixed bag. Like I said, the visuals were great, the bending was great, episode 1 was great. See, the spirits were great. The performance behind Zuko and Aru were both great. I also did like the masks episode overall, even though there were some issues. Those were things I did like, but the things I didn't like were expeditions, too much on the background, which defeated the mystery of of this universe. Way too much explaining, and some of the characters haven't been very good. I actually want to mention one more thing with Sokka's sexism. They definitely changed that, and it made Sokka even worse than what he was. And what I mean by that is we're gonna focus on Kyoshi. It seemed like Sokka was just there to impress Kyoshi because he really liked her. In the cartoon, it was Sokka was trying to prove a point, and that was able to help him change as a character. This was again Sokka's sexism was a part in why he changed as a character, and it would make sense because it would have showed it would have showed with Sokka's character is that he developed in the show. But yeah, like I said, overall this is a mixed bag. Would I recommend this? If you're an Avatar fan, definitely don't have your expectations too high. It's very meh. It's not as bad as it could have been, but it could have been so much better than it was. But yeah, these are my thoughts. Nowhere near as good as the cartoon. And if you guys want to watch something Avatar related, just watch the cartoon. The cartoon is so much better. But that's just my thoughts of it. And let's go with something more important. What did you guys think of this show? Did you guys like it? Do you guys think that this lived up to the cartoon? Did you thought this was atrocious? Even if you thought that this was worse than the movie, which I don't see how, because I don't see it being anywhere near as bad as the movie. From based on what I've heard from the movie and the clips I've seen. Or do you guys thought like me that this was meh? And you want to see this continue? And you want to see this version of Avatar to continue? Personally, I would rather see them expand in the animated side, which we will see from the creator side. I could definitely, which I could say one more thing before I wrap up. I could see that why the creators left this project. It really showed why. It seems like their vision for what they would have wanted was very different from what we got from Netflix. And it is such a shame because, like I said, I really wish the creators stuck there. I wish that whoever was in charge just let the creators did their own thing. They said, you know what, guys, we trust you. We think you can do the best version you can. But hey, it is what it is. I hope they can improve. But based on what I'm seeing, I don't think this is gonna improve. But hey, but yeah, these are just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think, and we will talk soon. Entertainment Angel out.